Hi class, how you doing today? Today we will be learning a song and doing the mnemonic symbols that go along with that song. Now, I know some of you may not remember what mnemonic symbols is, and that's perfectly okay. Do you guys remember doing ta, ti, ta, ti's to different songs? Yeah, perfect. That's exactly what we're going to do today. We are going to learn a song called Bell Horses, and we're going to do the tas and titis and that go along with it. First, I will do the whole song just to show you guys, but first I need you guys to find the beat with me. Ready? Here we go. Good. You guys found the beat. Now keep doing that. Good. Now I'm going to sing the whole song as you guys are steady beating. Ready? And 5, 6, 7, 8. Ta, ti, ta, ti, ta, ti, ta. Ti, ta, ti, ta, ti, ta. And that's how it's sung. Now, I'm going to teach you guys part by part on how we do this song. So the first two parts of the song are ta, ta, ti. You guys think you can do that? All right, here we go. Ready? Ta, ta, ti. Good. Now, we're going to do the next part. It goes like this. Ti, ta. Then you pause. There's a pause in that part right there. Ready? Now we're going to do it all together. Think we can do it? Perfect. All right, here we go. Find the beat. Ready? 5, 6, 7, 8. Ta, ti, ta, ti, ta. Good. Perfect. We did that very well. All right. For the third part of it. For the third part, it goes like this. Find your beat. Sorry, I screwed up. My fault. Ta, ta. That's the third part. Now, you think we can throw it all together? Perfect. Good. Let's do it. All right. Ready? Find your beat. 5, 6, 7, 8. Ta, ti, ta, ti, ta. Ti, ta. Perfect. We're doing great. Now is for the last part, and then we'll throw it all together. Right? The last part is ta, ti, ta. That's it. Really simple. Now, do you think we could do it all together? Yeah? Perfect. Let's do it all together then. Ready? Here we go. Find your beat. Ta, ti, ta, ti, ta. Ti, ta, ti, ta. There you guys go. We did it. Good job. You guys learned that pretty quick.